Hello everyone, welcome to Survival Game Guide in our Sengoku Dynasty series. We have been helping villagers to try to get to Dynasty Legend. I think it's like 5 or whatever we're trying to do here. And our final NPC that we need to help is this hunter. And he is at this location here. He's got this nice little hunting tower. On the map, you will find him right here. Basically, this is our little starter village. You guys, at least for this moment in time, spawn about here on the beach. So basically, if you're trying to find him, just take the road, and you will find him here. So let's go ahead and talk to him and see how we can help him, because that's how you get your Dynasty Legend increased, basically. So yes, we tell him Toshiji said that you might need some help, and he's very grumpy. And he's like, I can't help me, but maybe you can help this boy because he's worthless at hunting, basically, is what he's saying. He's very grouchy. So we are going to go help this poor kid out with whatever it is that, you know, he needs help with. And he's over here, so we'll just follow this little road down. And basically, what we have to decide here is what we're going to do when we help him, because he's going to ask us to do something, and then there's a choice that we have to make, and you have basically a decision to either, you know, have him be on your side or have the Mr. Grumpy Man to be on your side, and we'll kind of get to that a little bit later in the video. But right now, we just need to help this guy out, and we can be like, hey, that guy told us shit, he sent you to do something, and he's like, oh, I need 3 meat, and I can't do it because I'm not a hunter. Hunting is not what I do. So we have to go hunt for him, basically. And the main way to do this, obviously, you're going to need to... This is kind of like an introduction to hunting, basically, in this game. So first things first is we are going to make some spears. I have one here, but when it comes to hunting, it is a much better idea to have quite a few of these on hand, especially depending on what it is you're going after. There we go. We are also going to need a stone knife to harvest any kind of meat or fur or whatever we end up getting. Now, at this point, you have a few different options that you can hunt. There are rabbits, and thanks to their update with the map, they you can actually see like the different spawn locations for these animals as you kind of like come across them. So there are currently like a bunch of rabbits around us in theory. Now, you could go hunt a rabbit. You can chase one down. They are fast, but you can chase one down and then just like stab it with your spear. They don't tend to give that much meat, so you will need to kill at least 3. I say at least because sometimes they don't always drop meat. So, you know, that can take a little bit of time, but it is totally doable. If you are lucky, you might be able to come across a deer. You can kill a deer with a few spears, like 3 or 4, I think, and you should be good. And that'll get you a good amount of meat just with one kill there. So if you could find one, you know, that saves you some time. I tend to go for foxes because there are some foxes that spawn in this shrine here, which is probably sacrilegious because I gotta feel it. I think the person like that this shrine is devoted to is like also tied to like foxes, so like yeah, oops. But there are foxes here, and I like to hunt foxes because they provide you with like a little bit more meat than the rabbit would. And there are, so it's just kind of like, in my opinion, it kind of just like saves a little bit of time. You just got to find them first. Oh, but I think we have one right there. So you can throw your spear. Oop, I'm stuck on a rock. Gosh darn these things. Or you can stab. And this guy's like hanging out right here. So like, I'm just going to stab him to be honest. There we go. Super easy. Ooh, and an way of the warrior level has been reached for me. Excellent. So let's grab our knife. That was really easy. So that was a little embarrassing. It was so easy, but basically this is where I go. And if you're looking for this location, it's like right here. This is about where we were. We met the guy. If you just follow the little trail up here, I'll scroll out just a little bit so you can kind of see. There's the starter village, the burnt down village. It's right here. It's the shrine, basically simple. And if you come here, you can find yourself a fox. Maybe you'll get stuck like that one did, and you can very easily get the meat. Otherwise, you might need to sneak up and throw your spear at them or run them down, and do that too. Stab them to death, basically. So that's, we have our meat now, so now we have to cook the meat, because for some reason he can't even do that. Not too sure why, but you know what? I'm not going to judge. So we're just going to quick build a campfire close to him, because really, I just can't be bothered to run all the way home. And campfires are, like, relatively inexpensive to make, so you know what? It just works for me. So let's just go back down to this little field where he's hanging out, and we will do that. Okay, so there he is. Alright, now to build our campfire, we're just gonna go like that and like that. Boom, there we go. Alright, so now we can cook our meat. Yeah, we actually got 5 from that fox, and he only wants 3, so that's like a little 2 extra slices of meat for us. So hey, I mean, that all worked out really well. Alright, so now that we have cooked it, we can talk to him. Hey, there you go. And this is where we have the a decision to make. We find out that he has not been eating food because this guy that he's working for, more or less training under, has really just been using him to get food for him so that he doesn't have to do anything, which is kind of effed up. I'm gonna be real. So, but you can basically make that choice of like, yeah, he's using you, eat this meat, F that guy. Or you can be like, you know what, prove that you're strong, you don't need this. And I say, I don't like mean people, so I'm gonna like, eat the meat. So, and so he takes that, and then we have to go talk to the guy. And naturally, you know, depending on what it is that you chose, he's either gonna be like, good for you, or like, get off my land. Because, you know, grumpy people, right? So let's go ahead and tell him that he's a bully, because he is. There we are. Okay, and yeah, we tell him there we go, and then he's all like, blah, 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 blah. I'm just too grumpy all the time. Scream before I get angry. Now, the good thing about this quest is that it does unlock 3 rather important, well, I'd say like archery target may be important, but the Hunter's Hut and the Hair Box Trap are both really great blueprints that we, you know, now have unlocked having completed this quest. So it's like not a bad idea to do this, both to boost your Dynasty Legend, which we can see now that has been crossed off. We have reached 5, which is awesome. We are able to, you know, kind of proceed further in the game, but also because we have really important resource store or resources like production buildings unlocked, which is the Hunter's Cabin, the Hunter's Hut. And we're going to be going into that a little bit more into the next video, the next few videos, about kind of setting up your initial village, what kind of buildings you should perhaps focus on first, because the way that the seasons are kind of set in this game, it's a little bit more important to perhaps make sure that your characters have everything they need right from the start, before you get them, before you invite anybody or anything like that. So having that Hunter's Hut unlocked is great. And then the Hair Box Trap is also very, very, very helpful, because unlike Medieval Dynasty, where you can only have so many traps set out, with this game, you can actually have a lot. I think I had on my little, when I was testing this game out, looking, you know, playing with it and just seeing what it's all about, I think I had like 4 or 5 just chilling out there. And your traps can passively get you either meat, fur, or nothing. Like there's like a chance of different things that it can or cannot get. So the more traps that you have, you know, the greater your haul is going to be, the greater chances you have of earning like or acquiring a lot of meat and a lot of fur. So it's great to have that unlocked, just because that can ensure that you are keeping yourself fed, if not your village as a whole, depending on, you know, how many you have and their demands and all that. So go ahead and complete that, get the necessary structures, and you know, you can choose to have that guy toughen out if you want. I just don't like bullies, so that's what I chose. But you know, you do you. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.